Hi, my name is Chris. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing Leetcode problem number 455, assigned cookies. This is an easy problem. I'm doing it in JavaScript. It says, assume you are an awesome parent and you want to give your child some cookies, but you should give each child at most one cookie. Each child I has a greed factor G of I, which is the minimum size of a cookie that the child will be content with. And each cookie J has a size of S at J if S at J is greater or equal to G at I. We can assign the cookie J to the child I, and the child I will be content. Your goal is to maximize the number of content children and output the maximum number. Okay. So what does all that mean? So basically we have 3 kids here with a greed factor of 1, 2, and 3. Size of the cookies are 1 and 1. So this kid can get this cookie, and then nobody can get this cookie because they want 2 and 3, right? So I'll put as 1 because only one kid gets a cookie. If we look at this one, you got a greed factor of 1, there's a size of 1, and then a greed factor of 2, and then there's the size of 2, so 2 kids get the cookies, right? Nobody gets that one. Okay. So how do we do this? Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sort these 2 arrays because it doesn't say anything about them being sorted. These examples obviously are sorted, but we want to make sure we sort them in ascending order. And then we can use the 2-pointer method, right? So we can set them both at index 0, right? And so what we can say is if this number is equal to or less than this number, we add to the kid variable and we increment both indexes. So then we'll be checking 2 and 1. And if it's not, we go to the next cookie, right? So we check 2 and 1, that is false because 2 is greater than 1, so we increment just the cookie, and then we're going to do this in a while loop, and the while loop will give an exit condition of the index needs to be less than g.length, and this index needs to be less than s.length. So once we try to move the next cookie, there is no cookie, we break into the while loop. Okay? Let's look at this example and we'll explain how this works. So we compare 1 and 1. They're equal, so we increment the kid variable. We see 2 and 2, we increment kid variable and both pointers. So then we're checking 2 and 2. It's equal, so we increment the kid variable again, and we move both pointers forward. At this point, there's no more numbers to check at G, so we exit the while loop. And that's it. So let's go ahead and set this up. I'm just going to grab this variable here, these variables I should say. Move over to CodePen. Okay. First thing we're going to do, create a function, and then we're going to sort both of these arrays. So A minus B, this will sort it in ascending order. If you want it descending, you got B minus A at the end there. I'm just going to copy this and change it to S. Okay, and now just so we can see it, I'm going to return G and S. Oh, and of course we got to log into the console. Sorry about that. Let me try to do that first, and when I don't, I always forget. Cool. Now, just to make sure it truly is sorted, let's put 3 up there. Great, so it's sorted. Okay, so now we create our variables. We have our 2 pointers. We're just going to say G pointer. That's going to equal 0. Oh, what am I doing? You need to assign it let. And then we can copy this, pull it down, S pointer, and let kids equal 0. Okay, that's all we need for that. And now we go into our while loop. And I'm going to comment this out because it's easy to create an infinite loop. And we're going to return kids. This is going to be the number of kids getting a cookie, right? So we're going to say while G pointer is less than G dot length and S pointer is less than S dot length. Let me run some code. So basically, anytime we try to move forward in either of these arrays, right, past the last value, we break out of the while loop. That's what's going on there. So then we need an if-else statement, and we're going to check to see, first of all, if G at G pointer is less than or equal to, so copy this, S at S pointer. If that's the case, we increment kids by 1, because that means that kid's going to get a cookie. And then we increment both pointers. So we can check the next kid and the next cookie. If that's not the case, we move on and check the next cookie. Oops, what's going on here? So we just increment the S pointer. And that's all there is to it. Let's run the console, or uncomment the console.log. We should see a 1 in the console, and we do. Good. Okay, let's grab all the logic here, copy it, move back over to Leetcode, and make sure we're good to go. So let's run it, and let's submit it. All right, it works. Fantastic. All right, if you like this video and found it helpful, please like it. If you'd like to see more like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. See you again real soon.